Loading 10%. How Lucy induces the brain capacity myth. Lucy was made in 2014 by director and writer Luc Besson. Star characters include Scarlett Johansson, Morgan Freeman, Min Sing Choi, and Amer Waite. My primary evaluation on the movie is that while entertaining and full of action, the movie did a poor job on portraying the capacity of a human's brain power, and that it emphasized more on the myth of our cerebral capacity than the reality. Although the effects of drugs on the brain and our behavior was nicely portrayed in the movie. The main themes relating to brain behavior that I found in Lucy included our cerebral capacity, our brain complexity, and the effect of drugs on the brain. The movie depicts the field of neuroscience and the means of intelligence, which is supported by the first article. Intelligence is a psychological factor that's undoubtedly rooted in widely distributed regions in the brain. It's the mental ability for reasoning, problem solving, and learning. It integrates cognitive functions such as perception, attention, memory, language, or learning. In the movie Lucy clearly went above and beyond her intellectual capacity, knowing more information than others. This included physical memories, what people say verbatim, understanding all languages, and etc. Article 2 helps support the movie by depicting the field of neuroscience and the means of the brain complexity. Our brain is our most complex organ, producing our thoughts, actions, memories, feelings, and experiences. It contains around 100 billion neurons, and millions of new connections are formed every second. Article supports the movie because of its relevance in how complex our brain is. Mentioned in the article was how the brain's connections and capacities far outnumber all man-made computers. And in the movie, it mentioned how the connections that are formed in our brain are larger than the galaxy. Article 3 supports the movie in depicting the field of neuroscience by including how drugs affect our brain. In this article, it's more specifically on stimulants, which increase the activity of the brain chemicals dopamine and norepinephrine. We have a dopamine limbic reward system, which plays an important role in the control of movement, cognition, motivation, and reward. Stimulants increase alertness, attention, and energy, and they produce a wide range of dose-dependent behavioral changes. An overdose on stimulants can also lead to psychosis, anger, paranoia, heart, nerve, and stomach problems. Article supports the movie's theme and the means of how drugs can affect our brain. Stimulant drugs, especially when abused and overdosed, starts to take control of our brain in ways we cannot control. Like in the movie, the CPH4 drug gave Lucy enhancements that no one thought would be possible, and when she continued to take more of the drug, more capabilities were unlocked. For the general public who do not know much about our brain and behavior, they would believe that we only use 10% of our brain, which was mentioned in the movie. For example, when Lucy reached 20%, she started to remember physical memories like the pain in her mouth when she removed her braces or the stroking of her cat when she was a year old. Even with 100% brain capacity, we are incapable of reliving those physical moments. People will think that even with more brain capacity used, we would know what another person will say verbatim and control our metabolism in other people's bodies, which was also described in the movie. Hopefully, with proper research and knowledge, they will understand using 10% of our brain is definitely a myth. The end.